Hey guys, this is NezZy back again with another Destiny 6 video. So I know for a fact that right now everybody clicked on this video to figure out how you can get over 300 million contribution points or damage points or whatever you want to call it onto the Destro boss. So let me just say one thing. I am going to be giving you guys the idea behind it. I'm going to be telling you guys the concepts behind it, because I feel that I know what they are. However, if you guys want to watch it actually happen and you guys want to actually watch someone get 300 million, there's going to be a description in the link down below, and you guys are going to go ahead and worship this guy right here, Antonela. His Reddit name is Darkalicious. He came out with this video and it is absolutely amazing. So we're going to do a account review onto him. I should have asked. I did not ask him if I could do this or not, so I hope he doesn't mind. But I just think that he is, well, he's number one for one. Also, I think his account is the ideal account to look at. So one thing that you guys are going to need for sure is cooldown. Cooldown reduction is key, which is why he doesn't have a Scissor Carlota, but he compensates for this by bringing in Rock Jun and Scissor Griffin, who combined can actually give out just as much as utility when it comes to cooldown, if not more. Scissor Griffin, we've talked about him before in one of my 4-star videos. His first skill is what makes him so key. One, it increases your crit rate by 22% for 15 whole seconds, and that at max skill, at level 5, it will actually decrease the cooldown of every other skill except for the 2 of his own by 8 whole seconds. There are 10 skills when you bring in 5 units. 8 of those skills are going to get an immediate 8-second cooldown reduction, which, guys, is actually a lot more OP than Rock Jun's cooldown reduction effect and Paper Gunter's cooldown reduction effect. Before we move on, let me just click on him again. Look at the cooldown, okay? 61%. Cooldowns are absolutely key. Then, I'm sorry about that. Then, what's more is that the other units that he uses is Jun. So standard right here, but 60% cooldown reduction. Then who else does he use? He uses I know for a fact he uses Elky. Again, 58%, close enough to 60%, right? And then, of course, the Scissor Orang for the Spotlight and the Burn with 41% crit rate with 60% cooldown. And then the reason why he gets so much damage is because of this fantastic natural 5-star unit right here, Scissor Gunter. Look at that, that's 50% critical rate with 1000 attack. That is just absolutely insane. These orbs that he has are just insane. Granted, only has 6% cooldown reduction, but do you guys know why? His first skill actually reduces the cooldown of the ability by 10 seconds upon a critical hit. I think when this is at level 5, that 10-second cooldown on a critical hit is actually 15 seconds. So he really doesn't need cooldown on his own because he's applying. He has, and it has 3 stacks. So that's basically a 45 seconds, not even percent, 45-second cooldown reduction onto his first skill, which is Snipe, which just has an immense multiplier. It is what he does to get all these points. I think he also told me that at max, also when you crit with him, he increases attack power too, right? So towards the end, when the Destro boss is almost dead, every snipe can deal almost 3 million damage. That's what he told me, which is just insane. Second thing that he does is, well, obviously he has skill ups. Then there's something called break stacking, and something I like to call, I don't know what it's called, I just call it freeze framing, okay? What it is if you guys go to his video, you guys can see this very, very clearly, but he will press on his skill. He won't activate it. If you quickly tap a skill, it gets activated, right? For example, I want to showcase my my Rock Benito today, so let's just get into a quick run over here. So when you click on a skill, it gets activated. However, if you click on it for just a little bit more than a second, it will actually freeze the entire frame, and then it will then allow you to, it'll just show like what the skill does. It has the information box that pops up. For example, right now, look at my Junt's second ability, okay? You guys see how this just froze? This is basically what he does. Again, I don't want to show you guys this at the Destro boss because I don't want to take away Antonela's views, okay? He came up with this idea. It's his video. He brought it out to the public, so I want all the views to go to him, okay? I'm not that kind of guy that just like takes away, because this was smart. Like, this was really, really smart. It was freaking ingenious. So huge shout out to Antonela, aka Darkalicious. So then basically at this point, what you can do is within a second, you can activate a skill on every unit. So right now it's 456, right? It's still 456, and I have activated 3 skills on 3 different units simultaneously just to like annihilate everything. So that's what freeze framing is. And then of course there is break stacking, which when combined with freeze framing becomes so very efficient. You guys will see that he doesn't have paper cur. All right, paper cur is the most ideal breaker in the game because he has basically 4 breaks, right? He doesn't use paper cur, but because of the break stacking technique, he can stack the breaks with his units so very efficiently, because freeze framing is going to allow you to basically stack your breaks within like half a second or 1/3 of a second even. It's so darn good. You guys should know, however, that freeze framing is going to cost you guys so much time, because I can have my finger here and I can do this for like 20 minutes. It's still not going to, the game's still going to go on. I'm still going to have 4 minutes and 21 seconds left. So basically, Antonela, in his video, he takes about 28 minutes or like something around that range to get through his entire run, which I think is crazy. Okay, so before you guys get all hyped up about now I'm going to get 300 million damage, let me just say, early game and mid game players, just aim for 10 million, please. All right, 10 million, you guys get your 500 tokens, and that's fine. That's all you guys need. Reason being is 2 things. 1, if I really try, I could have a Scissor Gunter with 45% critical rate and almost 1100 attack. That's almost as good as Antonela's, right? And I'll even have 10% skill cooldown reduction. But these are going to be orbs and crests that I have on my Rock Benito. Rock Benito to me is important because he is part of my speed auto team, all right? And here are his stats. He used to have 1100 attack and then 32.5% critical rate. I now have changed him completely around, so he lost about 71 attack, but then he managed to gain a total of 14% critical rate. With the Tyler leader skill in the striker position, he will now have 53.5% critical rate, which is crossing that 50% margin. So he's going to be critting every 2 turns, like on average, basically. So it's what makes my speed run so consistent and so darn fast. My Jin faction speed runs now, it's rare for them to take over a minute. They are always under a minute, and mostly they're under 50 seconds and over 40 seconds. So I generally have runs that are like 45, 46, 47 seconds. But I could do that, right? Back to my point. I could very well make units that can get me an amazing amount of Destro contribution points. However, Destro is not going to help you out a lot in this game. What you really need is to build your farming team. This is like going back to Summoner's War, where people will summon a Ritesh or a Zeros, and they will de-rune their Giants B10 team and then focus on this one unit to make it absolutely awesome. But Ritesh can't help you in Dragon's B10, okay? Same thing here. I would suggest people that are early and mid game to focus on getting their speed runs, focusing on giants, and trying to auto nightmare, because unless you guys do this, all the substat token rerolls that you guys can get from the Destro boss is going to be useless. What's the point of having all the tools to make your to add on to your orbs if you don't have a good orb to begin with? So that's all I want to say. Huge shout out to Antonela. And this video, I also want to mention someone I should have mentioned several videos ago. NezZy the Gamer. This guy has some of the best edits, okay? If I may, he is like the YDCB of Destiny 6. This guy has just, like, he loves to edit his videos, and they are by far some of the most entertaining videos. Like, I'm surprised that this guy, please go ahead and subscribe to his channel, because he should have right now, like, he should have like 100,000 subscribers. His edits are fantastic. They're hilarious. He takes them from WWE, some anime, Dark Knight. The most recent video he had was of the Joker and him trying to get Rock Benito, and he got Rock Benito. So this is why I'm showcasing my Rock Benito over here, because I told him that if he really wanted, I could show him my Rock Benito with the best orbs possible, and he was sure I would love that. So hey NezZy, how's it going, man? This is my Rock Benito right here. These are his stats. The cooldown, in my opinion, doesn't really matter, simply because, well, one, I run it with Rock John, as you just saw, and you have the same team too, right? So only you use your Scissor Yanuk in your striker position, which is fine. So I would say maximize critical rate. This is the best critical rate that I can get right now. And I don't have a lot of cooldown because, one, I have Rock John for his cooldowns, and then second, every time you defeat some of the mini bosses, they give you cooldown as well. And then when your striker comes in, he gives you 10 seconds cooldown. So I just don't see the point of giving my Rock Benito too much of cooldown. Also, I don't use him in Destro, and I don't think I could use him in Destro with my current team. So I just don't see why I need cooldown on him. I have just basically made him my #1 nuker. These are his orbs. And let me just tell you guys right now, right? I will list them as if they are average, below average, or above average. So this right here, this orb is definitely above average, leaning towards pretty good. This one over here is average. This one over here is it's a little bit over average. This one over here is way below average. This is a shit orb. This is a pretty good orb. This is a below average crest. Little bit below average crest. And this is just a shit. This is a shit crest. Like, I just have it in because I couldn't get critical rate on any other orbs, or crests. He has the Afterlife Walker leader skill, or a title, which is going to give him 10% critical rate. So in my opinion, he is as good as he needs to be. However, I would still like to work on him, get his attack to over 1200, and then get his critical rate to over 55%, just on his own. I think I can do it, but it's going to be very, very hard. Maybe just get up to 50% and then get the attack to 1200%. So without further ado, let's get into orbs, okay? So today we are going to be looking at concentration orbs. Let me just go ahead and, first of all, did you guys know about this? Did you guys know that you could do that? Like, you could select all of your new 3-star orbs and just sell them. First of all, this just blew my mind. This just completely blew my mind yesterday. So let's go ahead to concentration orbs. Again, you want to list out a few stats in your head, and then you want to just sort through them. So first of all, what you want is you want a really, really good substat. So first of all, HP, nope, no substat, no substat. This has a attack substat. If you guys are trying to build a HP based nuker, then you would want a HP percent orb, not a flat stat, but a HP percent. So this right here, if it had like critical damage or critical rate or HP on the bottom, this would be a fantastic HP orb to begin with. This one here has 17 attack. That's not bad. So let's go ahead and enhance this, because this, again, like I said, doesn't really need to have a lot of HP, because since it has attack, I'm planning to put this on a attack scaling unit. but just went on to defense. That's fine. We still have 3 more chances. If in the next 2 rolls, all right, if the next roll at 9 is something that pairs up with attack, then it's worth it, and then I can carry on to level it up to all the way to level 12. If the +9 enhancement is crap, then it's not worth it to take it to level 12. Critical damage, okay, that's actually worth it. So we're going to wait here, let it go all the way to level 12. If the level 12 substat is something useful, actually, you know what? No, it's not. Because the attack is a flat and the HP is a +2 when it could have been a +6. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. Looking for orbs is actually very, very hectic because sometimes you get the perfect orb and sometimes you just don't get it. So this right here, if this was HP percent with this HP flat stat 396 on the innate stat, this would have been a perfect orb for my Elky, for a crit Elky that I so very badly want to build. But again, it's not. So you just have to be really, really picky. So slot 1 was an absolute fail. Nothing that could have been worth it. So now slot 2. The highest attack that you can get is 11.5. The highest one that I have received in my recent runs is 10.5. So already I know that none of these orbs are going to go into an attack-based nuker. Let's go ahead, look for some substats. Attack, nope, I'm sorry, that's not going to do. That's actually a very shit orb. Alright, so critical damage reduction, nope. If they have like defense or HP 76, but this I know can go up to 300 something, so I would say this is not worth it even if it was for a HP based nuker. Attack 2% with flat attack main stat, that's not going to be worth it. Man, I really wish if I had something good. Debuff, critical damage, attack, status activation, attack flat, nope, nope, HP, So let's pretend that this was 2% HP or 3% HP, okay? Because I really want to show you guys how I actually go through my orbs. And if I don't have an actual orb that I can go through, then it's just going to be a pointless video. So let's imagine that this was a HP percentage orb. Already, I got a 2% skill cooldown reduction, so that's good. Because this has an HP innate stat, I'm looking to put this onto somebody with a HP scaling damage base. So because it's an attack flat stat, it doesn't matter to me because the unit's going to scale off of HP, not attack. So I don't need attack to begin with in the first place. So right here, we already have HP, skill cooldown reduction. If the next thing that we get is a high roll onto flat HP or a 2% or 3% HP percent or crit rate, then this orb is worth it because then we have 3 substats out of the 5 that we can get. We have 3 substats that are absolutely crucial to a nuker that I want to build, and then with the substat reroll, one of the 2 unwanted substats can be rerolled into something that I want, making 4 out of the 5 substats in this orb actually worth it. So this is going to take some time, but you guys get my point, right? I think RNG is never going to be so darn good to anybody that they're going to get 5 out of 5 substats that they really, really want. However, I know I'm wasting gold. I know that I'm not even going to use this orb, but I just want to show you guys. Okay, so status resistance. This is sad. We got HP, we got skill cooldown reduction, but that's 2 out of 5. We wanted 3 out of 5 substats that we could use. So sadly, this right here is going to be sold. And I'm actually going to sell it because this is just how it is. Like, you invest so much into some of these orbs, they take forever. This right here is critical damage, but the defense is only at 10%. I could have a 11.5, so I know for a fact right now that if I so choose to upgrade this orb, this is not going to be going onto a defense-based nuker. It is going to go onto either a HP or an attack-based nuker. Let's go ahead. HP, 2%. Okay, this is looking promising. Defense is at it's at 10.0, right? Which doesn't matter because this is going to go onto a HP scaling unit. Defense, oh good lord. So at level 9, if the next thing I get is something that's worth it, then this orb, nope, alright, stop it right here. Stop it right here because even if the plus 12 rolls into 3% HP, even with the substat reroll, I can only have 3 substats that are going to be worth it. So I'm sorry, this orb is going to be sold. So now I could go on, but I think that you guys get my point. One thing that I will say on slot 4, especially if you're farming concentration orbs, always try to upgrade the ones with 8.5% critical rate. Because the main reason, holy cow, please, oh god, RN Jesus, please, I will go to church every freaking Sunday. That's a 1% defense. Do I really care though? Skill, oh my god. Okay, this is good. Again, you're not gonna get the most ideal substats every single time, but this is pretty good. I could have this on like one of my secondary damage healers. I don't care. All right, I already have 3% defense, 1% defense, 2% skill cooldown reduction. So now whatever I get on the final stat, I don't care what it is. It's probably gonna be. I already have 3 things that I would use. So I can substat reroll one of the remaining substats, and then it's HP. So just take this to level 15. Again, this isn't the ideal orb. If it were up to me, I would prefer it to have 2% skill cooldown reduction is fine, but I would prefer it to have 2% defense or 3% defense. So this is a good orb. I might keep it for my Jun, depending, because it does have a 8.5. That was a 8.5% critical rate. And that's what I'm trying to say. If you guys are trying to build concentration orbs, on slot 1, 2, and 3, it doesn't have to be the maximum roll or 11.5. It doesn't have to be percentage or 11.5%, because if you get a flat attack, you can put it onto a HP monster. If you have a flat defense, you can put it onto HP or attack. However, critical rate is what you want with concentration. So I would recommend always trying to get 8.5% critical rate orbs on your slot 4. My Rock Jun has a 12.5 because that actually started off as a 8% critical rate. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something useful. Again, one more time, huge shout out to Antonela, aka Darkalicious, and EZ the Gamer. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do a video on must-have 3 stars, or not must-have 3 stars, 3 stars that you guys can use. And then I'm going to go on to make a 4-star video, and then a 5-star video. The 4-star video might be a bit repetitive, because I have mentioned a lot of these units in my Striker video. So, without further ado, actually, what am I saying? It's not like I'm starting the video, I'm actually ending the video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, whatever they are, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys write me an essay, I'll return the favor and write you an essay back. If you guys like my content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Helps keep me motivated. And until the next time, guys, Neon out.